Hi, my name is Brian Skjerven. I'm a supercomputing application specialist at the Pawsey Supercomputing Center, and today we're going to be talking about the software environment that you might find on our HPC systems. So the first thing we need to talk about are environment variables. So these are strings that contain user environment related information. This might be different paths on your system. It might be configuration settings, common shortcuts, things like this. One thing to note about them is they are dynamic. So these will change. You can change them on your system that you're currently logged into. They can also change between different systems. So the environment that you have on Magnus is going to be different than what you have on Zeus. So the most important thing about them is they're a powerful way to simplify common tasks. So you might have things like long paths that you need to reference, groups of directories that you need to search through, and environment variables let you do this quickly and easily. So here's some examples of common environment variables you'd find on a Linux system. The first one I want to point out is your path. So path is a list of directories that your shell is going to look through when you type a command. So for example, if you type ls, your shell is going to look through the entire path variable that you have set, and it's going to find the directory that the actual ls application is located in, and then it will run it. So that's a lot easier than typing out a full path and then the ls command. You have something called a home environment variable, so this is simply a shortcut to your home directory on Magnus or Zeus or whatever system you're logged into. Another common one you'd find is LD library path. This is simply a group of directories that hold various libraries that your application is going to look for and reference at runtime. There's a group of environment variables below that refer to different compiler options, so cpath, cflags, these kinds of things. These hold different compiler options that you might want to run compile time. We also have two specific ones for Pawsey systems, my scratch and my group. These point to your user scratch space and group space on Pawsey systems. So in order to manipulate environment variables, you need to understand how they're set up. So very simply, it's key equals value is the format for an environment variable. So for example, I have your editor listed here, so editor equals Vim, or if you want to set your Pawsey project, it's simply Pawsey project equals your allocation name. If you want to have a list of directories, you need to separate them with a colon. So here you can see how our path is listed. So the first object in that path variable is a user local bin, the next one is user bin, and so on and so forth. You have to note that order is important. So when your shell looks at your path variable to find the command, it's going to read from left to right and it's going to stop at the first one. So for example, if our ls command was in user local bin, that's the only directory that your shell would look at the path variable for. Now accessing and modifying environment variables is something that you might want to do. So for example, the first command here is echo $path. So what we're going to do is we're just going to print out what the path variable is in our shell. And so you can do that with the echo command, and then to actually print or to access the value of an environment variable, you need to preface it with a $sign. And so that's what this echo $path command does. Then if we want to actually set an environment variable, you have to use the export command. So we're going to export our path variable, so we're going to set our path variable to something, and that something is what comes after the equal sign. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to say I'm going to take my existing path variable, and then I'm going to append some new directory location after that. And so that's this my new bin location. And then the last command simply prints out everything that's in our current environment. So this is handy if you need to say search for a particular environment variable. So thank you for watching this module covering the software environment at Pawsey. For more information, refer to our documentation or contact our support team at support.pawsey.org.au.